Hello guys, it's me, Red the Dinosaur, and today on GTA Online with the Penaud Coureuse. This is the new car that got released today under drip feed on GTA Online, part of the Mercenaries update, as you know very well. Well, we're gonna start with the looks, customization, and all that stuff. Quite of a boxy car with that are like on steroids to call that way, with this really big wing and like really striking aerodynamics overall, but at the same time it's kind of looking like a box. I understand if there is people right here saying, well, this is not my cup of tea, and I completely understand it. Like again, like the real car that is the Renault 5 Turbo E, or EB as you wanted to call it, is that way. It's basically they took an 80s car and basically just make it souped up to a point that is really good in performance, because it has a lot of aerodynamics. And the Penaud Coureuse, it kind of follows this new era of inspiration from Rockstar that is basically going very close to its real counterpart. So this is what you expect. Also with the customization, it's quite confusing because you're gonna say, wow, this car has a lot of customization because you can change a lot of things. Not really. So for the front bumper, that is the thing that you can change. You can put a more aggressive one with three types of materials: plastic, painted, and carbon fiber. And that also applies to the standard front bumper. So that goes all the way to the parts of the car. Basically, you have only two parts, but with lots of materials that you can pick up. Quite of a nice move from Rockstar, to be honest. Like, you know, they are quite lazy, so it's like, okay, well, we only gonna we only gonna go put only an option of a bumper, but just for people to trick them, we're gonna put three different materials on each category of bumper, including the one that comes with the car, so they can see, oh, we have 6 different bumpers to actually change. No, it's not. So they just keep in mind that out. Like, they are really, really intelligent in that thing. So you can change like the spoiler, so you can make it a more close-up version to the 80s rally car. But you know, it's not the rally car is not as wide as this thing. So just keep in mind that. And also at the same time, well, the rally car is an actual internal combustion vehicle. This thing is electric, but you know, it is what it is. Enough with the customization and looking. Let's talk about performance. And this is racing performance we're looking at. Like, that's all I have to say, is racing performance. The way this car handles is amazing. Even when it's not it's not HSW, this car can be really good for short track racing. And since it's really, really glued to the road, it just makes it a really, really good contender for this type of racing. And not very good on long hauls or really long races with a lot of straight lines, because some cars like the Stinger TT or the Italy GTO or a few others on the top 3 on PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One will be actually able to catch up and basically beat this car. But with this out of the way, we're gonna talk about expanded and enhanced and HSW. Well, HSW, what it does is basically, I always had a problem with HSW, that is basically artificially makes cars better. So what they did is basically they give this enormous boost to the acceleration of the top speed of the Coureuse. Those two things are actually lacking on the normal car that you have on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So this makes it what I call an all-rounded perfect vehicle. Like, if you're into racing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, you need to use a Coureuse for sports class. is dominant because it's an all-rounded perfect car. Like it's really good. It's by default it's a really good handling car, but at the same time HSW kinda subs up the acceleration and the top speed to a point that is basically unbeatable by other cars. Brophy said it well that basically it's just a second behind supercars and HSW supercars to say at least. Like this is enormous like and really good performance on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, but all inflated by HSW, and that's why I never race on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. In conclusion, well, this is a really good car. If you are more into the look and just having a nice car to look at, I completely understand if this is not your cup of tea. It's quite aggressive in its aerodynamics, which helps a bit, that there is people that actually likes this type of stuff. But at the same time, considering the fact that this breaks the the sport cars category on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, yeah, it's a must thing to get. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Let me know your opinions in the comment section right below. And all that we talk about in this. I know it's a bit of a ramble at this point, but that's all I have to say. So yeah, thank you very much and see you on the next one. Goodbye.